We're going to find out how to create a quadratic equation, or to determine the quadratic equation, if you're given the roots and if the roots happen to be radical. So we're going to have some warm-ups here. Let's say we have f of x equals 2x squared plus 7x minus 15. And I want to find the roots. So we could probably factor this, but we're not going to do that. We're going to use the quadratic formula. I'm going to go through it a bit quickly. But x would be minus b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4 times 2 times minus 15, which is all over, 2 times 2. So x is going to be equal to negative 7 plus or minus, so 49 plus 120, 169. Root 169 over 4. X is equal to negative 7 plus or minus 13 over 4, which means that x is minus 7 plus 13 over 4, or x is minus 7 minus 13 over 4. And minus 7 plus 13 is 6. 6 over 4 is 3 over 2. Minus 7 minus 13 is negative 20. Negative 20 over 4 is negative 5. So the answers are 3 over 2 or negative 5. Okay, warm-up number 2. So same thing, I want to find the roots for this thing. And that step I skipped over, and I seem to skip over a lot. I should be careful about that. Is to find the roots, you have to make that equal to 0. And now you are able to actually solve for it. So x is going to be negative 21 plus or minus the square root of 21 squared. Oh, we've gone a bit beyond doing it in my head point. 441 minus 4ac, all divided by 2 times 6, which is minus 21 plus or minus the square root of the square root of 1521 over 12. So x is negative 21 plus or minus 39 over 12. And then it's going to give us two answers. Either x is minus 21, it's going to be 18 over 12, or x is going to be negative 21 minus 39, which is minus 50 minus 60 over 12. And 18 over 12 divided by 6 and 6 is going to give us 3 over 2. And that's also going to give us negative 5. Which is actually, notice, so we have two equations, but they actually had the same roots. The roots here were 3 over 2 negative 5, 3 over 2 are negative 5. So if we're given the roots, if we want to go backwards, if we're given the roots, it could lead to this equation or this equation. We wouldn't really know which one it was. It could actually be both. Okay. Warm-up 3. So again, use quadratic formula. X squared minus 2x minus 1 we're going to make that equal to 0 in order to find the roots. So it's going to be, so to find the roots, 0 has to be equal to x squared minus 2x minus 1. And we're going to get x equals 2 plus or minus the square root of b squared, which is going to be 4 minus 4 times 1 times negative 1, all over 2 times 1, which is 2 root 8 over 2, which is root 8 is equal to root 4 times root 2, which is 2 root 2. So root 8 is going to be 2 plus or minus 2 root 2 over 2. X equals 2 times 1 plus root 2 over 2. Those cancel. And x is 1 plus or minus root 2. And we could do the same thing. I don't think I'm actually going to go through it fully on the video. But you could definitely try it out yourself. So I believe f of x equals 3x squared minus 6x minus 3, and you solve it. So if you go and you solve it, and you find that, so 0 equals 3x squared minus 6x minus 3, and you quadratic formula the thing, you would actually end up with one that x is also equal to plus or minus 1 plus or minus root 2. And so yet again, the point is that if you have, you could have the same roots, but it comes from different equations. These are kind of in the same family of equations.